Alrighty, everybody, thanks for clicking on this video. James Cards FC here, and today we're going to be doing another set spotlight. Today we're going to be focusing on the Panini Champions League sets, not the stickers, but the actual physical card sets. And I consider these to be a forgotten modern era that we went through where Panini had the Champions League rights before they lost them to Topps. They spent a couple years experimenting with actual trading cards rather than just the stickers. And I'm going to talk about how I believe a specific set within these is one of the best kept hobby secrets. And just a disclaimer here at the bottom before I get accused of pumping for these, since a lot of these are extremely low pop right now. I own very low quantities of some of these cards, and I will likely try to buy more in the future. And as we go through the video, I will point out which ones I own, and just so that there's no confusion when we get into that. So without further ado, let's get started with Panini Champions League. So, Panini Champions League History here. It is produced by Panini and released in Europe as well as Asia, and these sets predate the much talked about Topps Chrome Champions League releases that came out by over a decade later. So these begin in 2006, and Topps Champions League Chrome begins in 2017. So a full decade difference between when these cards came out and when the Topps counterparts eventually come out, and yet the Topps Chrome cards are some of the most popular and the most talked about cards in the hobby. So just something interesting there. These are not stickers, but they are actual trading cards. They are released in the following years. So you have 2006, 2007, in which they are a game set of cards. In 2007, 2008, they're also a game set. 2008, 2009, you have two sets. You have one specific game set, and then you also have a premium trading card only set that doesn't have to do with the game. Then in 2009, they switched back to only doing a game set called Super Strikes. And then in 2010-11, their final year of making just specifically trading cards, they do a trading card set that is not game specific. So these are pictures of the different sets throughout the years, starting with 2006, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So just a quick look at the different product lineup you have right there. Some really interesting designs, and of course we'll go into more detail on these as we go through the rest of this presentation. But like I was saying, these get replaced with Panini's Champions League Super Strikes game in 2009-2010 on the game-specific basis, and then later they get replaced by Panini's Champions League Adrenaline XL in 2011 to 2012 and beyond. So instead of doing these more basic looking games and actual trading cards, they move into doing Adrenaline XL, which resemble more like the Super Strikes, where they got the numbers all over them and stuff like that. So that continues from 2011 through to 2015 when Topps takes over the license, and then Chrome debuts in 2017. So with all that background out of the way, we're going to go ahead and talk about each of these individual sets throughout the years. So we're going to start with 2006-2007, which I would say is a rough start for this set. Panini's kind of trying to find their footing with this set. It's a game, but they also use some really nice imagery, but it ends up being more of a mess than anything, unfortunately, in my opinion. So you have the Ronaldo, the Messi, the Zlatan, and the Ronaldinho. These are the four I picked out just to highlight quickly. This is actually a third-year Messi card, so really early for him. Unfortunate that they went with the more game aspect, because I do think this design with the Champions League logo in the background and this spotlight sort of on the players looks great, if only they didn't have the game element on it. So unfortunate there, but these are some first Panini Champions League game cards of a few different legends. And then these are the Champions League winners from that season, which is AC Milan. So you have Pirlo, Kaká, Maldini, and Inzaghi there for the AC Milan Champions League winners. Not a lot to really talk about with this set. I don't like it too much, but I understand the importance of it in terms of it being the first Panini Champions League card set, and it's always nice to have some early Messi and Ronaldo cards in the set. So with that, we'll move forward into 2007-2008, and I think this is where they start really hitting their stride. This is a much cleaner game design, and I really enjoy this design, and it really doesn't look that much like a game. Unfortunately, it still does have these little statistics here on the side, but really, the data they give you here is really interesting. I like how many trophies it shows that the clubs have at the time, so yeah, really nicely done right here. Unfortunate that the numbers are here, but in my opinion, these are great looking cards. They're really clean. They have a glossy type of finish to them. They're not just pure paper. So I really like this set, although it is still a game design. For the important cards in the set, I have this Messi right here. This is Ronaldo's first Panini Champions League card, although it's a game card. He was not in 2006, but he is in 2007. Then you have Drogba, who is not in 2006, but is in 2007. And then this is the grail of the set, if you want to call it that. This is actually a Neuer rookie card from 2007-2008. His other rookies are Fußball Bundesliga and the Champions League sticker. The total pop currently for the card itself is 17, with no 10s and 7 9s. In relation to the other ones, this sticker from Bundesliga is a pop 30 something, and this one, I believe when you combine the pop reports correctly, it's in the 50s range for PSA. So in my opinion, I would rank the Neuer rookies Fußball, followed by card, followed by Champions League sticker. The production of this sticker is way, way higher than the production of the card, but I'm not sure the production difference between these two right here. That would take more additional research. So if you want to do that research in making a decision to pick up a Neuer rookie, I would definitely recommend you do that. But this is a Neuer rookie, and I do think this is a really good looking card for him. In terms of eye appeal, I think this might actually be his best looking rookie, and it's really nice that it's actually a card. So we have the super clean design here of the Messi card, the Ronaldo card, and the Drogba card, and yeah, the Neuer rookie, like I said. So moving down here into the Champions League winners, you have Manchester United for that season. So you have this early Ronaldo, another great image. You have Rio Ferdinand. You have a nice image of Wayne Rooney, and then I put Anderson in here because if his career panned out, this probably would be a really nice card for him, but unfortunately that didn't happen, so it's most likely a worthless card at this point. But yeah, overall, 2007-2008, I think this is a really nice set. It is not currently all that difficult to pick up. I believe the Messi and Ronaldo go in the $20 to $30 range, and any of the other players in the set that are not Neuer go in the $2 to $5 range, and then the Neuer specifically, depending on condition, can be anywhere from $5 for terrible condition ones to up to between $30 and $50 for one in a PSA 8/9 condition raw. Graded ones don't sell very often. I don't think one is sold in a couple years, but there's a few on auction the week that I'm recording this video, so it'll be interesting to see how they do. I believe it's 2 PSA 6s and a PSA 7. So moving forward into 2008-2009. So like I was saying before, in 2008-2009, you have two different sets. You have this game set with upgrades, and then we have a pure trading card set that I'll go over in the next slide. So first, talking about the game with upgrades. So you have the basic game design. It looks actually kind of similar to this design here. I'll take a break for a second. My dog decided to take a drink in the middle of the video, so we'll go ahead and fast forward past this. Alrighty, so like I was saying, this is the game version of the 2008-2009 set. You have cards that look very similar to the design that was in 2007-2008, with a more game effect on this right-hand side column here. I much prefer the 2007 design to this 2008 design, but what can you do? The one thing that the 2008 set has that the 2007 set did not have is that it has these premium acetate plastic cards, is what they call them. They are see-through and they have rounded corners. So if any of you guys have ever picked up acetate cards, you know how difficult these can actually be to grade given the scratching and condition issues that come with acetate cards. But the 20 best players in the set have these plastic cards in addition to the traditional stock cardboard cards. And then down here at the bottom, we have Champions League winners Barcelona. So Xavi, Eto'o, Iniesta, and then Puyol also received a premium plastic card for this set. Alrighty, and with that, let me go ahead and move myself down here for the time being. We will go over the 2008-2009 card version of the set. Trading card specific, not game card. This is what I believe to be the hobby's best kept secret. This set is beautiful in my opinion. I love this set and it is currently really difficult to track down. So we'll start off with the Ultra cards. These are extremely condition sensitive acetate cards where it's the see-through, you turn it over, you can see straight through the card. All of these cards that I have ever had in person or seen have been very, very heavily scratched. I believe they come out of the pack scratched. I'm not 100% sure because the boxes are almost impossible to track down, but yeah, these are extremely condition-sensitive acetate cards, but this design, in my opinion, is just incredible. This is, in my opinion, one of Messi's best-looking cards. Obviously, when you get into the scratching, it doesn't look nearly as nice, but this image of a scan of it looks very nice. So, yeah, amazing looking Messi card, amazing looking Ronaldo card. The best players in the set receive these ultra cards, and then the lesser players receive the more traditional cards that they call silver. But there are some great legends in this set, and they all have the picture of them next to the trophy. I just think this is a beautiful design, and I don't think a lot of people know about these cards right now, but they are beautiful. As a disclaimer, I do own one Messi and one Ronaldo. Both of them are scratched to hell, so they will not grade very well. I love them, but yeah, I'm not trying to do a flip or anything here, but I really do like these cards. I own one of each, but they are super condition difficult. So keep that in mind if you're trying to purchase these. You're not going to find them in good condition, but we'll go over that a little bit later when we talk about population reports for these sets. So moving down into the silver cards, these are the more traditional looking cards. They don't have the rounded corners, but they do still suffer from condition sensitivity issues. At least that's what the pop report tells us. But there's some good options for these silver cards as well. I like the design, but I mean, there's no comparison between these two in my opinion. And then you also have what are called rainbow cards. These are foil versions of the traditional cards, and there is one for each sort of big player that season. So they gave Ronaldo Footballer of the Year, so he gets a Footballer of the Year card. Cech was Goalkeeper of the Year, so he gets one. Terry for defense, Lampard for midfield, and then Ronaldo actually gets another one because he was both Forward of the Year as well as Footballer of the Year. So that is the 2008-2009 Panini Champions League premium card set that doesn't have to do with the game. I love these cards, but they are insanely difficult to track down. At least looking on eBay, it can be very hard to locate any of them, and the ones that are out there are usually pretty high priced. And then I just wanted to fling this up here really quick. This is a bigger picture version of the Messi that I was just talking about. I am obsessed with this image. I love this card, but like I said, extreme condition sensitivity issues and really hard to track down. So with that, we go from the best looking set to, unfortunately, another game / adrenaline looking set. So in 2010, 2009, 2010, they go back to the game version of the set. You have these different examples here. You have a limited edition Lampard. You have champions cards of Ronaldo, Messi, and Ronaldinho. So any player in the checklist that had won a Champions League in the past gets these champion cards, which is really cool. Unfortunately, you have this adrenaline type number system on the bottom. These would have been amazing cards in my opinion if you didn't have that, but what can you do about that unfortunate little design there? So picked a few of those to show off, and then down here are the rest of the types of inserts in the set. You have this star player card for Karim Benzema. Actually, just to speak about this real quick, this Benzema as well as the Ronaldo are both from their first year at Madrid, so interesting narrative choice there if it's something you're looking to get out there and purchase. You also have the Henry fans favorite card. You have the Casillas goal stopper card, and then this is what the base card looks like for Ronaldo, and I believe this is actually the exact same image that is used for his first Mega Cracks card that I talked about in a previous video. So yeah, some interesting designs there. Unfortunate, in my opinion, that they went for the adrenaline type look with the numbers on the bottom, but what can you do about it? So that was the game set for 2009-2010, and we will move forward into the 2010-2011 set, which is the final set that they release in terms of a trading card set that is not adrenaline statistics all over the place. So let me move myself down here, I guess, for this one. I just wanted to talk about this quickly. In the upper right-hand corner, I have this picture of what a box looks like. And so each box contains the entire completed set, so all 100 cards, and an autographed card or a jersey card or a WCCF special card per set. From the videos I've seen of unboxings, which is like 4 or 5 videos, all of them had patch cards, not autos, not WCCF. So I don't know the rarities of each of them. This set is extremely hard to track down, but that is what the boxes look like, and that is how the set was released. So with that being said, I'll move myself back up here, and we'll talk a little bit about what is in the set here. So you have these great-looking base cards designs with all-white backgrounds and stars. I think this is a really cool design. I really like it personally. Not any keys in the set, so to speak, in terms of rookies or anything. Just some really nice looking cards. You do have this Muller, which is the closest thing you have to a rookie in the set. It's his second year and his first non-WCCF card, not sticker. So maybe if you're going really hard after Muller, this would be a good card to pick up for you. It is a beautiful looking card in my opinion, but so are all of these in the set. So something to keep in mind there for the keys to the set. And then down here, these are really what makes the set really, really cool in my opinion. You have these limited edition jersey cards as well as autographed cards that you can find in the boxes that were given out with each set. So you have patches and autos. These are ultra rare. The checklist is very small. I believe it's 16 players. And each player has a patch card as well as an auto card. I've never found a picture of it, but according to Beckett, there are Robin, Puyol, and Robin Van Persie in the patch and auto sets. And from sales history, the only one I can find is the Lampard. A few Lampard autos have sold over the past few years on eBay, but none of the other ones I have been able to track down. These images came from another website. I've never seen them actually for sale, but in my personal opinion, this would be a grail for Iniesta in my opinion. So I would be on the lookout for this if I ever thought it was possible to actually get one, which is going to be extremely difficult given how rare it is to find one of these boxes and one of these auto cards within them. So let's go ahead and wrap up with where we stand today on these sets. I'm going to be mostly focusing on the 2008 and 2010 trading cards sets, none of the game sets that we discussed. I'm just going to talk about these really briefly. So this Messi right here that I talked about, there are two listed on eBay right now, and $300 is the current lowest. And this right here is the PSA population report for the entire set. This is not just the Messi, this is the entire set. There have been 9 total cards graded from this entire set, and there are no 9s and no 10s, and there's a less than 50% PSA 8 rate. So I wasn't kidding when I said these things are extremely condition sensitive. It is almost impossible, and according to PSA right now, it is impossible to find one in mint condition. So understand that even if you do want to acquire these for the current high price tag, you are not going to be getting a mint copy, and it is likely you're not even going to be getting a near mint copy. You're probably going to end up with a 7 or lower, just based on how the population is currently playing out. I don't know how that will lend itself over history. Usually people like sets where they can get high grades, so this might slip through the cracks because of how low graded the entire set is going to be, but yeah, make your own assumptions with that. That is the data that we currently have on this set. It's extremely rare and it is extremely hard to grade. So normally those would be 2 good signs for something you want to look into purchasing for, but there's also the possibility that it's too rare and too condition sensitive for the mainstream hobby to ever pick up on. So we'll move forward into 2010, 2011. This is the raw version of the Messi card. It goes for around $75 to $100, at least based on what's currently listed. You can try and pick up full sets for somewhere around that price as well, so I would recommend targeting full sets if you can track those down. This set has a lot more grades. It has 118 total, but a less than 10% PSA 10 gem rate, so obviously much easier cards to grade because these are more traditional cards. These are acetate, but with all that being said, these are not the easiest things in the world to grade either because they came out in physical sets, and they weren't protected within the sets. They were just the cards placed in a box. So obviously corner and edge issues would happen that way. So that's what you're seeing in the pop report here with the low gem rate as well as a high PSA 8 rate. So interesting numbers there for both these sets. And then down here, I scoured through eBay to try and, well, not only eBay, a few different locations to try and find actual sealed boxes of these products. And after all my searching, this is what I found. There is one box owned by Steel City Collectibles for the 2008 set, which is the set right here, and it's currently listed at $1,600. And then there is one complete set for the 2010, 2011 set that will include an autograph, a jersey, or a WCCF special card for $1,200 right now. And so those are obviously extremely expensive. I would really love to buy these. I don't think I can justify it at the current prices, but I would love to do a break of these. I do not break cards like ever, but man, it would be super, super fun to try and open these up and see what's inside, just given the rarity. And I would love to see what these look like come straight from the pack, just to see what the scratching is like, because I've never even found a video of these being opened. So yeah, that's a dream. Maybe someday I'll be silly enough to try and drop $1,500 on this box, but until that happens, we'll just move forward. So, in conclusion today, my points here are, in a hobby where Panini and the Champions League both mean so much, it's interesting to me to see these sets are mostly either unknown or ignored by the general hobby. So certain sets appear to be rare currently, but this can obviously change. The 2008 and 2009 non-game card set, which is the one that this Ronaldo is from right here, is by far the most rare in my opinion. It is extremely difficult to track down no matter which websites you're using. Yeah, this set's just really tough right now. This might change in the future if, for example, this video gets really popular and more people put them on the market. But in my opinion, this is by far the rarest set that was released by Panini. And it's also happens to be the best looking in my opinion. So moving forward to 2010, 2011, that set is also more rare, at least in my opinion, and from what I've seen than the card game versions of the sets. But that could change as well because these are coming from an actual set as opposed to being ripped open in packs. You get the full set in each box, but the boxes are extremely tough to track down. But I do see the 2010-2011 set a lot more than I see the 2008-2009 set. Last point here is that Panini has lost the rights to create Champions League sets and will unlikely regain them at any point in the future now that Topps/Fanatics owns them. I don't see a scenario in which they let them go, and I don't see a scenario in which Panini can fork over the money to buy them back. So with that being said, these are very likely to be the only Panini Champions League card sets ever released, and they were released in some pretty key years for Messi and Ronaldo, and they also include this Neuer card right here, which I think is pretty important for the history of soccer going forward, seeing as he is the goalie of this generation. So, as a last point here, I just want to do the thing that I did with the Mega Cracks set as well and talk about how these cards are currently priced in comparison to some of their ultra-modern counterparts. I'm going to be talking about them specifically compared to Topps Chrome Champions League cards because Topps Chrome Champions League is the current version, so to speak, of Panini Champions League that came out 10 years before. So we'll talk about this briefly. This Neuer rookie right here is between $30 and $40 raw, depending on condition. You can get them cheaper or more expensive just based on what the condition is. But for the same price, you can get this 2019 Topps Chrome Sapphire Edition Neuer in PSA 10. So make your decisions there as to which you would rather have for that amount of money. This doesn't seem like a lot of money. I think most people in the hobby can probably afford this, but yeah, just going to leave that example up there. Again, disclaimer, personally, I own 2 of these, and I probably will not try to get any more of them, but yeah, I do own 2 of these Neuers. Moving forward into the Ronaldo example, you have this Ronaldo Acetate 2008 card, one of his best looking cards in my opinion, versus the Topps Chrome Champions League 2017 base card in PSA 10 for $85. So for around the same price, you can get this raw as opposed to getting this in a PSA 10 slab. Obviously, when you buy this raw, you're probably looking at a PSA 5, 6, or 7, or perhaps even lower, whereas with this, you're getting the Gem Mint 10, but yeah, I mean, in my opinion, I'd much rather have this, even given the condition difficulties, but that is the current comp out there between those 2 cards. And then finally, with the 2010 set, I picked this Messi, which is currently, like I said before, in the $75 to $100 range, but you can look to pick up a set for around that same amount as well. So I would go ahead and try and do that versus this 2019 Topps Chrome Champions League Refractor for Lionel Messi. This card is about 9 years later. It is a refractor. It is in PSA 10, but it's around the same price as this card right here. So those are where the current comps are for a few different cards in the set. Any of the lesser known players are a few dollars, and you can pick up some really nice looking cards from these sets for some of your favorite players for really, really cheap, and they'll be rare, and I just personally enjoy this set, so I wanted to share it with you today. So thank you guys so much for checking out this video. I appreciate it. Please leave a like and a comment down below. Let me know if you actually knew about this set or if this is something you're seeing for the first time. I'm not sure how many people in the hobby currently know about this set, so I wanted to give some more awareness to it because, like I've said multiple times in this video, this is one of my favorite sets in the hobby just in terms of some of the designs. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Also, leave a comment if you have some other sets you want to see in the future. There's definitely no limit to the amount of set spotlight videos I'll be able to put out. So looking forward to seeing what you guys have for me. And don't forget to subscribe for more. Thanks so much. And I will see you guys in the next video.